Let's go back to Where's Joe Merchant. This guy, his name is Frank Bama,
Yeah.
right? Obvious tip of the cap to your Alabama roots. This guy runs a sea charter, so that's something that kind of sticks with you as a fantasy of yours.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it was all said and done, it would be great to have a bar and tackle shop with a little seaplane sitting in front of it and a skiff to go flats fishing in the back and living on a sailboat. That would be the ideal Jimmy Buffett existence. So I got into flying about 6 years ago, and I think it probably was the reason I had enough discipline to write the book, because I had not studied diligently. I never did it in college, you know. I did enough to pass tests. So this is the first time I really wanted to do something, and it took a lot of time. And when I got my pilot's license, I learned enough discipline, and then the book came later. So seaplanes, again, were fascinating to me. So Frank Bama, when I went to write the book, I made the name up. He used to be my name I'd check into hotel rooms under, you know, and my alias. So it was a great name. So that's how the character started, and I thought, well, I got to write what I know about. So Mark Twain said, so I know about seaplanes, I know the Florida Keys, and my view of the Caribbean is a little different than you'd get from the deck of a cruise ship. So, and rock and roll, there's some great rock and roll stories, so I had to put those elements in. It's like a gumbo, then you throw them in and you figure, okay, I hope it cooks. I didn't know where it was going until, and it did cook.
How surprised are you?
I'm shocked. I mean, I really am that it's the #1 bestseller. I mean, Tales from Margaritaville did great. I mean, it was wonderful to make, and it's a great sense of satisfaction. I mean, I won't kid you, it felt wonderful to make the New York Times bestseller. It's a great sense, because I wanted to be a lot of people don't know how much it meant to be a writer to me before I became a performer. So that when I became a performer and I was in a town full of writers, I'd go, you know, I write too. And they go, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You know? And there were a lot of people that I actually went to with the first book, and they would go, well, come back and have lunch. We'll talk to you, but, you know, it's all right. So yeah, for that reason, there's a lot of satisfaction. And I just wanted it to, I wanted to write for Parrot Heads. I wanted it to be an extension of songs and the children's books that my daughter and I had done earlier, and to have fun with it and just to prove to myself that I could do it. And so when I set out to do the novel, I worked hard. It took 3 years to write it. I haven't written a record in 3 years. And when it was all finished, I wanted it to be good, but I really just wanted it to be something people could read. I wasn't trying to write War and Peace.
You believe the line in the book, the only people I ever knew, the only men I ever knew who knew how to talk to women were guys in movies, and everyone knows they were reading off the cue cards. You think that's true?
I'm one of them, yeah. They took me kicking and dragging to therapy. I said, I'd rather go get a root canal, you know? But I went, and it worked. I mean, I was, my wife and I were separated 7 years. My career was the most important thing to me, and family came back here. And this guy I worked with said to me, and you know, it wasn't, I was looking for a little help, and I was honest enough with myself to go get it. And he said one thing to me that counted. He said, your performance is your career. That's your problem. And your life comes secondary. And your life should be your life, and your performance should be a part of your life. And I went, ding, you're right. And so I started working on some things, and it was a long road, but I'm back. My wife and I are back together, have a nice little baby girl, and things are fine. I don't regret anything I did. I had a wonderful time out there exploring around, but I'm 45 years old, and I'm having the best time in another phase of my life, and it's great. And it's a dream come true.
Jimmy Buffett, great to see you.
Thank you, Bob.
Congratulations on all your
Pleasure.
recent success.
All right.
We're out of here. See you later.
With all of my running